Hi Kiwi! Alright, we are back at Hades 1. I am going to be running the aspect of Zagreus? Yes, the aspect of Zagreus with the Lambent Plume. We're going to be going a slightly different build from usual because I'm taking the mirror effect that takes away a dash, but gives me 50% more dodge chance and I believe move speed if I do a perfect dodge. We're going to go max level on Convenience Fee, 2 levels of Jury Summons, and 2 levels of Extreme Measures. And we'll see where this takes us. Oh, and 1 level of damage control to get to our 7 heat requirement.
See what happens.
Now, I am very used to having at least 2 dodges, which is going to make this a lot more difficult for me, I think. Let's see. Whenever your special slays foes, restore 2% HP, dash upper does 100% more damage, your attack becomes a 3-hit sequence, each dealing 40 base damage. All of these seem really bad for what I want to run. Maybe having a reliable heal would be nice, but it's only when you slay foes, and I don't think I can reliably do that. So I guess I'll take Heavy Knuckle.
Tuned up. Don't come back.
I guess I'll have higher base damage, I guess. But I do really prefer the faster punch rate that the gauntlets typically come with. So that this also, because I have damage control on, that's really unideal, because the whole reason I put damage control on enemies was so that because I knew I could pop the one-hit shield that they get very quickly. So the slower attack rate kind of undoes the run immediately, but it still seemed like the best option of all the hammer options. Or I guess maybe this is kind of a negative and the others were neutral, but we'll make it work. Starting off with Dionysus, also really kind of an anti-synergy for our build, considering we're looking for things that give us higher damage, whereas Dionysus is kind of low damage, but stacks up with multiple hits, but where our hits are slow. So we can't really stack them up very easily. I don't really know, but the game has decided that this is going to be as hard mode as possible.
Hello there, Dionysus.
Maybe we can just get strong drink.
In your honor, Lord Dionysus, mate. Have I mentioned how pleased I am to have made your acquaintance?
What is that for me? Really? I mean, cheers, man. That is awful generous of you. I'm much obliged. Hey, you're in good with Thanatos, isn't that right? A real broody sort. Sometimes I think maybe I ought to just invite him to a feast, but then what if he cools the whole thing down, makes everybody kind of you know?
I can understand his concern a little bit. It would be a little weird to invite death to your banquet. All right, once again, I am not really offered anything I particularly want, so I guess I'll just take Drunken Dash here. Your dash causes hangover several times in a row. Or maybe Trippy Shot would actually be decent because it'll give me an AoE kind of disrupt. Yeah, you know what? We'll take Trippy Shot for the safety it can bring. The dash seems nice, but if I can get Athena Dash, that would be way better for my overall survivability, I think. So I'm going to go with that route. Yeah, I think once we get to larger HP pool enemies, this run is going to get a lot harder very quickly. Unless we get something good. Think we got a stack of Lambent Plume there? You know what? Maybe I take Demeter on the attack here. Her attack damage buff isn't the strongest, but it's definitely not the worst. I think the lowest ones are kind of obviously Dionysus, Poseidon, and Zeus. Definitely be lower on the attack. I guess I could make Ares sort of work. I don't really want to use Ares, though.
Your power and your wisdom have been of such help, good Lady Demeter. I'm honored, and this is the least I can do in exchange.
I was quite certain that the youth today was lacking any sort of tactfulness, young Zagreus. For once, I'm thankful to be proven wrong. I must admit, I have grown fond of you, young Sprout. Nevertheless, I shall not spoil you like some ill-mannered child.
Alright, her dash could be okay. We didn't get her attack. I mean, honestly, it may be worthwhile just re-rolling just so I can get her attack, because I don't really want her dash if I can get Athena on board. I don't really want her special. Alright, let's re-roll.
I would like none of these.
We got none of these. Okay, so I guess healing effects are more potent. Dash chills. Or I'll just take Nourish Soul. I don't really want the other two.
Much better.
Definitely didn't need the HP, and we're getting more Dionysus. What is this run, Kiwi? This run is like the most anti-synergy it could be with the worst possible RNG for anything I could possibly want to make it better. I don't know what's happening, but I still feel like I can win if I play well. It's just gonna be one of those slow and disappointing sort of runs. I get the sense, or maybe it won't. Who knows? Maybe this build will just like something crazy will make it come online, and who knows? I think the one thing I realized about the potential for Demeter's attack is it may make it easier to dodge attacks, but it also might make it harder. Drunken Flourish, Drunken Strike, or Strong Drink. We'll definitely take Strong Drink, so now we can fully heal at the end of each chamber. Another Dionysus. What the heck is going on here? They really, really, really want me to take a Dionysus boon on a weapon that just does not scale well with Dionysus whatsoever. I really don't know what to make of that. At least I have a really high dodge chance already.
See you next time, I'm sure.
Because what have I got? I've got 15% on the aspect. I've got 8.4% on the unlambent plume already, and then another 50% if I just make a perfect dodge for 2 seconds. Want neither of these, although they are cool, so I guess we'll just take After Party. If your HP is below 40%, heal to 40%. And we'll definitely go for the key here. We need some rerolls because this run is not being kind to us. We can hopefully reroll into something a little bit more useful. And when I knew I was going on for a gauntlet run this run, I did not expect it to go this kind of out of, let's call it aberrant. It just kind of off the wheels immediately, and not in the good way.
Heads up.
Oh well, what can you do?
Short work.
One key. Let's see, anything here I want? Really, no. All right. Oh, another key. Okay, so we're stacking up rerolls. I think one of the best things about this is if I can get.
He's there. Get him.
If I can get a Eurydice to give upgraded rarity boons, combo with a Hermes popping up in Asphodel, I can hopefully reroll for a higher tier dash boon, and then I have all the dashes I could possibly want. I'll be spamming the dashes, and I will pretty reliably have that 50% dodge rate or dodge chance, and we should be able to, with that and a couple other Hermes boons, have reliably 100% dodge rate at all times, and that just basically means we can never get hit. And it'll become a very safe run with just, I'm going to slowly beat a man to death with a spoon. Oh right, this is, I'm thinking this is like a proper challenge, but it's just or like a standard room, but it's just kill all the enemies until time runs out. It's a survive sort of thing. Realistically speaking, you could just like avoid the enemies altogether and not get hit that way. That's kind of lame, and coin that you can potentially earn is worth it. Speaking of coin, we're getting a coin room. We're just not going to see any boons offered other than Dionysus. This run is strange and vaguely unfortunate. So this is probably the end shop. I don't really have the coin, and we have convenience fee maxed out, so we're not going to be really able to afford anything. So we'll take. Oh, okay. It was the mid shop. Fair enough. It means we still have a chance of finding something that'll make our build a little bit stronger. Hopefully whatever second hammer we get is decent, but something tells me they're going to try and like convince me to build special attack, and I'll be a little bit annoyed at that, because special attack does nothing in this build for me, at least the way I'm planning on building it. I don't think I'm going to get the... Oh, that was actually the Lemon Plume popping and saying we've lost our time. But in my defense, I mean, every enemy was super spread out. I do not have the DPS to kill them quickly. And, well, I mean, have you seen this room? It really got the jury summon special going on it. But hey, we're still already at like 10% increased dodge chance, so I can't complain too much. The Lemon Plume can absolutely scale out of control if we're lucky. Artemis on the attack could be at least halfway decent. I guess I'll take that. The crits aren't going to be that amazing. It's only going to be, what, a 20% chance to crit, which is 1 in every 5 hits. That's not going to be a lot of crits, but those crits may matter, especially if I can find literally anything that makes our damage go up. Well, we'll see what she offers. We need something on the attack at least right now. Fury Summons is really going to screw us over with the Lemon Plume. Maybe I shouldn't have taken it. Oh well. I do wish that the Lemon Plume accounted for the number of enemies that spawn in a room when it's calculating did you get the dodge chance increase, because it basically becomes completely irrelevant in higher heats when you have jury summons constantly running.
That lush and lecher Dionysus counts you as a friend? I'm hoping that there must be some mistake, yes, Asterius?
Alright, 15% crit chance, 20% damage. Not that exciting. Maybe I'll just take pressure points for now and see what other attack boons I may be offered. Is that genuinely a 20% increase in, or 15% increase? No, it was 20% increased damage is really not that exciting. I don't want Zeus. I mean, Zeus could still work because I'm attacking fast enough, but it really doesn't scale as well with this hammer boon that I got.
Hello, Fury sisters.
Lernie's ready. You ready for me this time, Zagreus? Come on and fight. No holding back.
Give her a good couple punches. Maybe if I get the Dionysus, some Dionysus boons that scale with, you know what? Maybe what I want is, if I can get Ice Wine, the duo boon between Dionysus and Demeter. And you know what? If Zeus, maybe if I do see Zeus, I take him and I can build around the cast, because clearly building around my attack is going to be a little bit lackluster in terms of performance in the end of the day.
Supposed to be impressed.
Her damage doesn't seem that terrible, but I know it's going to fall off very quickly by the time we get to Elysium, though. Oh well, we'll take what we can get. The auto target on Trippy Shot just made me like shoot at all the wrong things there. Unfortunate. Gotta constantly be dashing to get my near miss effect happening. I'm not too worried about taking damage here because we do have strong drink, so I will heal to full. It's kind of crazy that that was, despite how slow that felt,
Blood of the Titans.
that was still a 5.5 minute Tartarus, which really is not bad. Alright, we keep holding onto the Lament Plume and let the fates decide what gods we will find. None of these look enticing, and I'm not going to sell anything because we barely have any boons to begin with. We haven't even seen Chaos yet. Like, hopefully we get something on this run, but this feels like I'm playing hard mode. And not like the fun hard mode,
This heat.
this is just going to be a slow and painful run mode.
Wasn't this whole expanse once lush and green?
Alright, I guess we're going to be palming Trippy Shot because I don't really have anything else to put it on. Like, I would take Aphrodite's attack. That would be amazing because it'll give me a pretty sizable damage up. Where are you? There they are. Like, they're not. The enemies aren't showing up either. I left that one with like 1 HP. Unfortunate. We still aren't even close to 100% dodge chance, and if these guys are going to dash around and evade things, I'm not going to be able to kill them. There's definitely at least another wave.
More punching practice then.
Yeah, you know what? We're not even going to be able to reliably stack up the Lament Plume because everything's going to be taking forever to kill. We lack damage, we lack... Basically, everything this run could possibly want, we're lacking in.
That was my keepsake.
Alright, at least we're still getting some levels. Do I want 3% crit chance, or... I'm not really using Festive Fog, but I think that'll help me more. We don't really need the HP. Okay, there's our first Hermes, so I guess I'll go for that. Again, the things we're looking for Hermes are anything that gives us dodge chance, anything that gives us dashes. Those are the main things we need right now.
Ready for me?
It would be great if these guys group up like that, then I can pretty reliably hit them. And now that I'm getting my near misses, so I'm pretty reliably able to just dodge. Okay, never mind. I wanted to see if that would hit me, and it did hit me. I guess we still don't have enough dodge chance to make it a reliable build, I suppose. Which is fair. I mean, until you're at 100% accuracy or 100% evasion, it's still basically not.
There he is. Ever since we met, Lord Hermes, life here in the underworld has been much faster paced, and I am ever grateful. This is for you.
Hey boss, I appreciate the tip, but just as a reminder, all my services are paid in full already. No need for special thanks. Though, cheers.
I just noticed he has a little turtle in his backpack. Like, I think I can show you with my mouse. No, I can't. My mouse is dead. But if you look in his backpack above the little purple package, there's a little turtle head. That's cute.
Once took a skinny little chap down to the underworld. Got the business end of a sharp spear, he did. He had it coming though, a lot of lying and cheating and the like. Last that I heard, he's still making his amends down there.
I wonder if he's referring to like either Patroclus or Achilles there. All right, let's see. So in We did get rush delivery, which is pretty funny because that would be a pretty sizable damage increase, and we pretty much really need that. We have like no movement speed, we have no dashes, and we have only so much dodge chance. We're almost at 30% though, which plus the 50% from our dash ability does bring us up to a solid almost 80% dodge chance when it's active. But I mean, what a reroll though. 3 additional dashes. This is exactly what we were looking for. All right, well I can't say no to that. So HP or the mid shop. We have the coin, but I'm gonna save the coin. We'll go for the HP here. Yeah, I think that reroll there was about as good as it possibly could have been in terms of getting the dashes we were looking for. It still doesn't fix our damage issue, which rush delivery would have helped. It would have given us less than I would have liked because we really don't have that much extra movement speed. Because I guess the question is, does rush delivery scale with current movement speed or just bonus movement speed? Because I think it is bonus movement speed, and we have none of that at this moment. But we just became immensely more mobile, which is pretty cool. This is an unlucky room when it comes to stacking the Lament Plume, though, because the enemies are really spread out. And if I get hit by any of these stones that the Gorgon heads are shooting, I'm going to get slowed. They're also kind of safe spotting over the lava, which isn't helpful. Let's get our fish.
Come forth, fishes.
Well, despite the unlucky aspect of what just happened, we are sitting pretty... Alright, and give us a fish.
Got a bite. I win this round, fish.
Alright, so what are our options here? Coin or Demeter? We'll take Demeter here. I will probably take her attack, but I do openly acknowledge that slowing down enemies may make it actually harder for me to time my dodges correctly. Probably shouldn't have popped those. Probably should have let those explode on enemies to get some kills, but let's see what we're getting. Alright, we're not getting the mini-boss, so that's fine. I'm going to try and kill these shield generators as quick as possible. What are they? Void Stones, I think they're called? The dash attack on the gauntlets actually does a fair bit of damage, which is pretty nice. Yeah, we could really go for Athena on this run, though, and we're not finding her. Trying to pop that Void Stone before it pops its shield, because it looked like it was charging one up. Any crits on Trippy Shot will also pretty substantially help us. Unfortunately, I do think that was our time limit for the Lambent Plume. I definitely shouldn't have blown up those bombs. It was a force of habit and a lack of judgment. Alright, a 54% more damage on the attack sounds pretty decent for what we were looking for. So yeah, we'll take Frost Strike.
Desolation. And
we'll get the Palm it pretty quickly, so that should give us some even further better damage. So, alright. We're going to be fast, they're going to be slow, and that's going to be kind of the name of this build. We're fast, you're slow, deal with it. We really are not getting the best layouts for Asphodel, though, in terms of being able to get the Lambent Bloom stacked up. Still not terrible, and we've actually been able to get a fair few stacks despite the odds. I do need to remember to use Trippy Shot more often. It does do a fair bit of damage.
Power of Olympus.
Oh, look at that. 16% more damage, 70% overall, and we're at 15% dodge chance now on the Lambent Plume. Alright, and then we've got... Ooh, a trial between Dionysus and Demeter versus another Hermes boon. I think I have to take the second Hermes. Again, our build path that we're aiming for depends on Hermes more than anything else.
It's him.
Looks like I got here just in time.
Always appreciative of a Thanatos room.
Heard there was a matter that required my attention here.
Hopefully we can kill things fast enough.
Here they come.
I'll have to use these bombs to my benefit.
Well then, have at it.
I don't think I'm going to be able to kill this guy before Thanatos does. Nope. Of course they're going to give us like the slowest type of enemies to kill in this whole process, unfortunately. Either stacked with armor or stacked with HP, but kind of both. Alright. Pretty small Thanatos room, actually. Alright, so we want dodge chance. None of these are dodge chance, so I will re-roll once and see what we can get.
What else we got?
Good work, my friend.
Still not what we're looking for, unfortunately. So I guess I'll take Hyper Sprint. 'Cause at least that'll make us a little tankier. Alright, so we've got the end shop, 3 HP, or let's take a Chaos Gate. This will make Lernie a little bit scarier, but let's see what we get. Hopefully we get something good.
Come forth, O son of Hades, and together let us sow my namesake through the depths of what your father thinks his own domain.
Alright, Chaos, what have we got? 40 HP, 40% more gold, or my dash strike deals 118% more damage. I think we know what we're taking here, because that pretty much solves our damage problem. For the next 3 encounters, enemies toss Inferno Bombs. Kind of annoying, but it's pretty easy to deal with. Alright, so this is probably the end of the line. Sidon, a palm, or a shop. I don't want the shop. I have the gold to afford something, but I can't guarantee what I get. Poseidon could be decent, but I don't really like... I'm not actively searching for him. And what would I put him on? Dash? That would anti-synergy us. His call is whatever. His special is okay, I guess. Yeah, I think we're just going to take the palm and put another level on the attack and settle for that damage increase. I really just want to find Athena.
Good enough to eat.
Alright, that's another 11% more damage. I think I'm pretty happy with that. Sadly, we won't get to see this dash strike damage increase until after Lernie, but that's alright.
Lernie, you really didn't have to reconstitute yourself just for my sake.
So we're going to start by popping Trippy Shot all over him. Now, the one downside to Lernie here is that it will be hard to punch him if he's camping in the lava. But in theory, I don't have to really worry about conserving my dashes because, well, I'm going to have almost 100% dodge chance at all times. So somehow this build went from nothing to really funny and gimmicky almost in an instant. Assuming we can get 100% dodge chance. If we don't get 100% dodge chance, it's not like it's still terrible, but it's still lacking something a bit. But I'd say overall our DPS is surprisingly consistent right now. Especially because I don't have to worry about taking damage, I guess. Let's sit over here and see if the heads will converge. Alright, we got 2 to converge, which is pretty good. I don't actually know where I am. I can't see myself under their heads and relative to the lava, which isn't ideal. And I don't think, unfortunately, I may be able to dodge attacks, but I cannot dodge the AoE effect of lava. You know, it turns out if you're standing on something that burns your feet, you're not actually dodging it. Although I guess visually looking at things from a visual perspective, I'm not really dodging anything else either, am I? Like, I just somehow they miss, but I'm not exactly, like, I'm still in their hitbox. So, what do I know?
That's what you get. Beautiful.
I would want to say that a 5-minute Asphodel is pretty fast, but it's actually pretty slow. Usually if I'm on good pace, Asphodel takes like 3 minutes. So definitely overall a slower run. Is it a bad run? Probably not though. Chaos Gate. Now, there's a reasonable chance I'm going to be offered a... What's it called? I'm going to be offered a hammer in the next room, so...
That's it for Asphodel.
I don't want to risk not being able to take it, although I guess the hammer would show up later, most likely. The hammers have a habit of trying to force themselves into the run so that you're always offered 2, and you have a pretty reliable chance of getting 2.
Nice and cool up here.
I appreciate how fast we are now, with the 4 dashes and,
Asterius and Theseus are probably expecting me.
I'm forgetting the other Hermes boon, but see, there's the hammer, and over Poseidon, absolutely. Hopefully this is a good hammer. We could use something good. What would I want from a hammer in this build? I don't know if there's one that makes me have any more dodge chance, but that would be fun. But what I probably want is something that gives me either a piercing attack to deal with the shielders more reliably, that'll make Theseus a lot easier, or honestly longer attack range would be cool too, because I definitely feel the lack of attack range in any sort of gauntlet build. Alright, what's this? Quake Cutter. After using your special, deal 90 damage in an area where you land. See, I remember earlier I had said I bet they're going to give us a bunch of special. I was right. But hey, they did give us Long Knuckle, and Quake Cutter we've never taken, but this is not the build for Quake Cutter, and I don't mind that I am not taking a fated choice here, because This is a gimmick build. I want to run with the gimmick. We'll get the prophecy filled eventually, but it doesn't have to be now.
There we go.
Coin or HP? I probably honestly don't need HP if I can't get hit, so we'll take the coin here, and that'll set us up for potentially buying something more fun in the shop later. I guess the other thing is, like, if I don't lose Adept Defiance here, I'll want to take Patroclus's attack damage steroid, which will be pretty funny when we go into Theseus and I'm suddenly just wailing on things and my dash strike does a 118% more damage on top of the like 80% damage modifier I have from Demeter's attack boon, and I'm dodging everything, Kiwi. This is kind of funny. Like, it's still not 100%, but it's pretty darn close. Like, I would love to know how much damage I have mitigated.
Switch to a new effect.
I would love to know how much damage I have mitigated simply by dodging. All right, so I'm still saving up my coin, so I'm not going to go to the shop here. So I will take the HP in this instance instead of the mid shop.
More long spears.
Yeah, so I was right, though. These guys are pretty darn tanky. I should be using Trippy Shot more reliably. That's part of the mistake, I think, about my DPS there. Well, I will say the dash strike kind of makes up for the lack of attack speed that or the attack speed loss that we got from taking that first hammer. And Trippy Shot does actually make this relatively safe because they're slowed, they're stunned, and then their shields break, and I can pretty reliably DPS them. I'm going to be pretty tight on the Lament Plume here, but I think I got it. Cool. Nice.
That's a relief.
Another Demeter or a Palm. I think we'll take Demeter here. I think I've pretty much accepted my fate that I am not going to see Athena on this run, and now that I've said that, she will almost guaranteed show up as soon as I take Demeter's Dash, if I do end up taking Demeter's Dash, but I don't know what I'd be offered here. If I get offered Rare Crop, it might actually be worth it. I'll lose some damage in the short term, but it should net me more damage in the long term, so long as I get enough chambers and Styx to be able to stack up the charges.
Look at all that coin.
Again, oh, you know what? A duo, if we got Ice Wine, that would be pretty solid too, I guess. So maybe that's what I want. Hope for a duo with her and Dionysus. There are a lot of enemies spawning into this room. This is another one where I'm not sure if I'll make the Lament Plume time limit. Especially if this guy respawns. No. Thankfully he didn't. Cool, we got it.
Keepsake powered up.
Special... Oh, we did get Rare Crop. It's either that or it's going to be Killing Freeze. Now, it's going to be really hard to get Killing Freeze active unless they're clumped together or it's a boss, but that damage on the boss would be pretty solid. Let's see, Rare Crop. What do I have the chance of hitting? There are a lot of boons that Rare Crop could hit, and I only have one. I don't really think it's worth risking it, so let's take Killing Freeze here. When all foes are chill afflicted, they are 10% slower and decay.
It's freezing.
And okay, I guess Zeus is just now the last god of the run, so we could get Scintillating Feast, Ice Wine, which would be pretty funny, but not that incredible. Gonna keep that guy from spawning if I can. I'm keeping them from spawning their little friends because that'll make it so that I can pretty reliably get the Lament Plume after the fact. See? Easy peasy.
That was the Lambent Plume. Please, Lord Uncle Zeus, accept this gift of nectar in your honor, though it is such a pittance in comparison to all the generosity you've shown.
I'm very pleased to see a show of such respect and admiration for your uncle, Asterius. You'll go quite far here on Olympus with an attitude like that. Not everyone's as mannered, nor as wise.
I feel like Zeus's family as a whole is just kind of fighty with each other.
It is my solemn wish, dear Asterius, that eventually we settle up our differences with your Lord Father. But for now, we fight.
And fight we shall. Alright, let's see. I mean, I don't really get excited by his dash, but his aid would be pretty good because I'm going to constantly be in melee range. So you know what? Zeus's aid sounds phenomenal. We'll take that. And then another Palm or Coin. I mean, if I wanted a Titan Blood, it would be 80% expensive, more expensive. So it's going to be like 2k gold probably. Alternatively, but I could save up for it. I could, in theory, still get it. You know what? I'm going to take the coin, not because I want the Titan Blood, because realistically speaking, I'm not going to be able to afford it on this run, but because that there may be another Hermes boon offered in Styx, and that would be amazing for my build. Because it'll give us the best chance of getting his dodge chance increase, and we want that. You can tell that I've already like removed any sense of self-preservation as I'm running face first into traps and enemies, because I mean, again, there's only like a 80%, a 20% chance they're hitting me at this point. Okay, Nectar we do want to save up on, but I think the key is the better option for more rerolls in case we do get the Hermes boon. This does mean we'll get our first taste of a... Oh, it's not Asterius, okay. I guess this is just a champion room rather than a mini-boss room, although I don't know if there's a... There's probably a way to tell that more definitively. I just haven't figured out what it is just yet. Honestly, Zeus's aid is huge here. It helps me deal with a lot of AoE issues. Let's keep on dash striking. Get that. And remember to use my trippy shot as much as possible for additional damage. But yeah, look at that. Zeus's aid does a lot of damage. Helps with our DPS substantially there. One fish for Jeff, please. But you know what I realized? In the last episode, there was a fun little bit of dialogue between Zagreus and Persephone where, hold on one second. Got him. Oh, really?
I caught a cow.
Oh, well. I guess it looks, it's not the legendary, but it's a special fish. Anyway, what I was saying, oh, heck yeah. 30% more attack damage for 6 encounters. We'll take that. That'll help us deal with Theseus and Asterius pretty well. And we'll go for another coin room. Anyway, there was a little bit of dialogue between Zagreus and Persephone where she called him very briefly Zaggy Poo, or rather she said, you wouldn't enjoy it if I called you Zaggy Poo. That's my relationship to the name my mother has given me. And I kind of wanted to just start calling him Zaggy Poo through the playthrough. So if I do call him that in the future, you know where it's happening from, why it's happening, and my complete disregard for Zagreus' preferences in that regard. I'm just gonna bail out and let it die to the trap. Alright, let's see. Dionysus or the end shop. Let's take another Chaos Gate.
Let me have it.
Because maybe we get another dash strike, maybe we get some attack damage. Those would be pretty huge. Even cast damage would be not terrible in this build. And I remember to give him a gift this time.
Master Chaos, I pledge never to forget you or your good graces. May your wisdom and your whim forever guide me.
Is this an offering of fealty or friendship, son of Hades? I do not wish to know from you the answer, so that I might dwell on it and all the possibilities.
In the name of Hades.
Alright, cast HP or dash strike deals 50% more damage. Oh, but we can't take that. It would make us take damage every time we use our attack. That's basically suicide for us. I think I'll re-roll then, see if we get anything better.
Entirely expected.
None of these are terribly exciting, but I don't want to use another set of re-rolls, so we'll take... I guess boons have an 18% chance of being rare or better. Because I don't really need more casts, and I don't need more darkness or gems on this. Okay, let's see. Dionysus, HP, or shop. We'll take the free Dionysus. Like I said before, I don't really need more HP. Dionysus doesn't really offer me a whole lot either at this point, but we'll see what he offers. Maybe his dash.
Hey, Zach, my dad. He's here and he wants to have a word. Be cool, man. Go along with what he says, okay?
Okay, you know what? I completely forgot about the duo, so we're getting Scintillating Feast. That's very exciting.
That Dionysus, always much too kind with introductions. Though at least he shows me suitable respect. Perhaps someday he can instruct you in the customs of Olympus here.
Alright, let's see. I mean, honestly, High Tolerance would be pretty fun with our current build, but Scintillating Feast is just such good damage. Your Festive Fog effects also deal lightning damage periodically, 60 damage. That's pretty up there. Alright. Well, let's see what happens. Will I take any damage? I'm just gonna spam dash and attack.
This one, King. Let's fight.
Gonna drop 3 stacks of trippy shot and then just dash and attack non-stop. Let's see if I get hit. I'm starting at 131 damage. Oh, I think we already faced Theseus, and there's Asterius. All right, we got hit. We got hit there. We're getting hit a bunch actually. This is fine. Oh, hey, look, it's Athena. She finally showed up, and she didn't want to help us at all. That's cute.
No!
Oh, wow, we killed Theseus first. He does have a lot less HP than Asterius. Okay, this is pretty funny, Kiwi. They could barely hit us, and the only reason they hit us was because I was too busy, like,
That's all for today's show.
launching trippy shot instead of dashing there. So that's pretty wild.
You are my biggest fan.
All right, my good shade. Let's see. We are up to, where is it? Lamb and Plume. There it is. We're at 30% dodge chance plus 50% off of our passive from the mirror plus 15% from the aspect of Zagreus. So what is that now? Oh gosh, Kiwi, I have to do math. So let's round up. That's 45. We're at 95% dodge chance pretty much.
Hope you enjoyed the
Again,
show.
with the stipulation of I have to have a perfect dash. But then I'm covered for 2 seconds, so as long as I get another perfect dash within those 2 seconds, like, I am basically untouchable. Sure, we'll take the darkness here.
I can use this.
I'm not going to sell anything, am I? No, I'm not. Scintillating Feast was a pretty huge pull. If we can get Ice Wine on top of that, our build is basically done. The only thing that could make this build go any further is just a genuine Hermes boon that gives us a dash chance, or gives us a dodge chance. But like, that epic tier dash boon was such a huge pull, it's kind of ridiculous that we got it, honestly. See, this is what I meant. Like, the run starts off weak, and then it scales into infinity. Oh, so the apparently convenience fee does not affect the cost of these meta progression items. But that is a 900 gold Hermes boon, and you know what I'm going to choose in this run? I guess there's no reason not to take it right now. There's no real way of me getting additional rerolls, so let's see what we get.
I'll take this one.
Alright, Kiwi. Oh, Kiwi. After using Call, gain dodge chance and move speed for 10 seconds of 33%. That basically guarantees us 100% dodge chance at all times, even without having dodge. Well, okay, no, what is it? It's 60 plus 15. So we're guaranteed 75% dodge chance pretty much, no matter what. Let's do it. Okay, what do I want at this point? Jolted on from Zeus would be amazing. So let's start with that, and then we'll go for Demeter in the hopes of getting a Ice Wine to scale with Scintillating Feast. But like, see, this is what I meant. Like, the run started off slow, but in a game like this, you never know. Is it going to stay slow, or is it going to just become absolutely just unhinged insane? And we've reached the point of we've broken the game because I am an untouchable god. I mean, I myself am not a god, but Zagreus is. You know what I mean, right?
A curse of chaos has been lifted.
And there's our additional... Oh, wait, it's boon rarity that we got there, yeah? Okay. Not as exciting as the additional dash strike, but let's be honest, do I need more damage at this point? Like, I will... Somehow I still took a hit there, I don't know what to say. But... Our dodge chance is just at the point of being untouchable, pretty much. Like, no, it's not perfect, but it may as well just be shy of it. Like, yeah, the stipulation is if I use my call, but I'm constantly dealing enough damage to generate the call so that those 10 seconds where I'm at 75% dodge chance are basically, like, I can have nearly 100% upkeep, see? Especially if I'm able to hit multiple enemies, then there's basically no chance of me not generating enough God Gauge to keep that dodge chance up at all times. It's really just the smaller rooms that Styx provides that are going to be the more problematic in maintaining that sort of effect. But, like, watch this. I'm doing enough damage, and now I have my dodge. I am effectively untouchable to anything other than traps, like 4 traps, like poison here. Which is just wild.
Lord Uncle Zeus.
Alright, give us Jolted, Zeus. Excellent. We got the Jolted.
Is my hair sticking up?
Just a little bit, Zagreus, but I think it always does that. Okay, so... There is a possibility we may be able to save up enough coin to afford that diamond, so I'm going to try for it. But where is my fish? There it is.
Hey, boy.
This honestly may be a run worth
Come on out.
doing the bonus chambers of Styx, just so that we can have the chance of getting further dodge chance stacked. Let's see. We'll save the coin for last. Let's go Demeter next.
Maybe this way.
Hopefully this isn't Demeter's room. I would be very disappointed if it was, but I'll understand if it is. It's a 1 in 20 chance every time. Well, I mean, I guess technically the chance goes down with each subsequent attempt, but like if we're talking like relative to starting point, it's a 1 in 5 chance. I like that I can just like drop Scintillating Feast and then move on to the next enemy, and I know they'll die eventually. Between jolted damage and the lightning damage. Always find it impressive when these enemies sneak in and attack in, but it's my own fault because I was trying to do other things, dropping Festive Fog. Unlucky. I'm still going to take that mini boss with the coin just because there's no reason not to.
I'll just tuck that away.
I don't think I'll be able to afford the... Alright, let's re-roll here, right? I want to re-roll. Yes, let's re-roll and see if we can get Ice Wine.
Any other boons for me?
We did not get Ice Wine. Oh well. Ravenous Will seems decent. I don't really care about the special, so yeah, we'll take Ravenous Will. 10% more damage and 10% damage reduction when no cast gems are being held, any bloodstones. Alright, so let's go for that coin shop, or that coin room. I think the coin room will bring me up to like 900 coin, so I'll probably have to do one more room on top of that, but that's not that hard to do. And again, I don't think Hades is going to have much of a chance against us. Like, this run is pretty much guaranteed. I don't see a way I can lose, and this isn't just me, like, being cocky and like, I could still have the potential of throwing it. Like, no, as long as I keep playing the way I'm playing, like, I could face tank all of Hades' damage, and he will only hit me maybe 5% of the time at best. Yeah, this run is officially over. It is a win. Let's just see how crazy it gets on the final boss. Like, all these little hits, the funny thing is, like, even if I account for the damage that I am taking, I have so much HP, I have so much damage reduction, like, even if I do get hit, what does it even matter? I'm blocking all that damage, or I'm substantially reducing the damage that I'm taking. Like, I don't care about this poison damage. Oh, actually, you know what, it adds up pretty quickly. I do care about it, I'm sorry. It would be cool if this rat wouldn't stand in its poison the whole fight, but it's whatever. It would also be cool if I didn't stand in the rat's poison the whole fight. But we still got Plume on that. Yep, see, just about 900, so we need another 120 coin. I think we can definitely get that between the two chambers that remain. We'll go for the HP first, and then we'll end on the palm. We're just sliding everywhere. Alright, instantly restore 100 HP? No. You know what? No, I don't want to do that because I want to make sure that I have enough coin. I would have bought the gems otherwise, but again, I think the diamonds are obviously a lot harder to come by than gems, and the amount of gems that we get from that is a bit of a pittance, so it's not like it's that exciting if I get them now versus later.
Not now.
I'm just gonna toss Festive Fog as soon as fights boss at this point. As soon as fights start at this point. There's no reason not to. It's funny, I never expected to be taking... Like, Festive Fog is one of those boons that I don't think very highly of. But there are instances where it is just insanely potent. I think part of it is you need to take, what is it, Stygian Soul versus Infernal Soul. You want to take the one that regenerates cast stones instead of makes them fall out of enemies faster. That also substantially improves the quality of Festive Fog because you can more reliably use it rapidly.
The power of Hermes.
All right, let us see what our final tally is at.
Had quite enough here, thanks.
Our final tally, the total amount of dodge chance that we have off the Lambent Plume, is 32.4%. Now, I could do this last chamber just for the sake of getting it slightly higher, but what is it, a 1.2% increase? It's not going to matter that much.
Vigilant Cerberus decides to look the other way this once.
We've got enough of the big numbers that they all add up to over 100. So basically what happens is I go in, I start fighting Hades, I get one good dodge, I get one call pulled off, and then I am 100% dodge chance pretty much at all times outside of when he phases because I can't reliably DPS him and build God Gauge while that's happening. But if I have one extra God Gauge in reserve, I'm fine.
You bypassed Cerberus again, I see. Unfortunately for the both of us.
Also, one crazy observation that I just thought of is the last time I tried this and actually got to this high a dodge chance, we got the 10th run where Hades does not fight you. He just lets you go and see Persephone. And so it was like the biggest buzzkill of, well, I guess I got all this dodge chance for nothing. I can't even prove how good it is against the final boss. But here we go. Our revamp, I don't know what to say. We're doing this again, and this time there's no evading it. Well, I mean, there's only evading it is what I mean. Whatever. Drop all the Festive Fogs. Have him come to me, ideally. And now we are just going to gather up our dodge chance, and now we are in the situation of he can never once again touch us. Unless he does that. I forgot about this also being a factor in my evasion being limited, but this is fine. Alright, pop the cast, and now I'm invulnerable again. Not a fan of him getting shields from these shield casting enemies. That's kind of lame.
Show yourself, father.
But like between him being slowed and him being and my dodge chance, there is nothing he can do to us. Literally nothing. We're just going to constantly dodge at all times.
Right.
What a silly build, Kiwi. This is great. This is what I needed. I was having a rough morning. This is exactly what I needed to have a better to improve my day. Get the day starting on a better foot.
We're not finished.
Oh yes, we are. Hades, you know your lasers? You know your lasers you like so much? Oh, they still hit me. Okay, weird. Now they don't? Yeah, 100% dodge chance. Can face tank lasers, no big deal. Oh, here come more lasers. You can't touch me. Okay, you can touch me. You can touch me. But I don't care. Like, look at that, Kiwi. What a stupid build. What an unbelievably stupid build. He can't touch me. He genuinely can't touch me.
I shall see you back at home.
Gotta go fast.
Take me home.
This was a build that Hermes would be proud of. All right. All right, so I think we know what needs to show itself. So let's see. Let's pull everything off of this list and just find the dash chances or the dodge chances. So we've got 32% on the Lambent Plume. We've got the aspect of Zagreus. We've got, where is it? Here it is. You can dash 3 more times. Where is it? Come on. 33% dodge chance, and I think that's really it, right? Because what was it? 47, and then if only you could see that I had the mirror boon on as well, but still, I guess for our final boon we'll just put Scintillating Feast because that was pretty strong. But look at that, we're up to a 10 win streak. We're more than halfway to our last win streak. Oh, that's funny. We got a Lambent Plume proc off of that too. That's funny. Alright, Kiwi. What a good run.
Just then, the carefree running underworld prince runs headlong into a thick and deadly wall of stone, painted to look like the way out.
That's a Looney Tunes reference, isn't it? The thing that the Wile E. Coyote tried to trick a Roadrunner into. Oh, that sounds like a way I would die in a game like this. I would fall into a trap like that and die after being like happy with going too fast, too quick, and dodging everything. Definitely sounds like the way I would die in a game.
Everybody, hold your applause.
Whoa, you must have really gotten pretty far out there if you could get me one of these, so wow. And thanks for stopping by.
You lighten up my numerous untimely deaths, Hypnos.
That you do, Hypnos. You are probably one of the best comedy characters in this game. Right up there with Skelly.
Oh, hey, I didn't see you come in. Welcome back.
You didn't see me because I'm too fast. I'm dashing all over the place. You can't keep track of me. No one can.
I hope you're ready for some more of the real thing there, Than, because I got you some, and I won't be taking what is the Zag for an answer.
Ugh, what is this? Come on already, Zagreus. Are you just messing with me now? How did you even manage to get more of this, much less decide to hand it off to me?
It's always a special thing when you have a friendship that's so strong that you can predict someone's response.
In order, no, I'm not. By ransacking my father's realm repeatedly, and it's because I like you, Thanatos. In case you still have some misgivings about that.
You certainly know what that's like with me, don't you, Kiwi?
You like me, Zagreus? I never thought. I don't know why that sounds so strange coming from you, given everything that's happened as of late.
But does he like you, or does he like you? Kiwi, did you ever like listen to those sorts of conversations in high school and like grade school? They were so weird to me. I don't know.
Yeah. Look, if you don't feel the same way about me at this point, I would rather know. Cease all these coy gift exchanges and all that.
I never said anything like that. You know what? There's a bunch of mortals I have to go fetch. Goodbye.
He is flustered and not sure how to deal with his emotions. I respect that.
Well, look at you, lad, with that codex brimming with our history. I knew I could rely on you to fill it out. Back when I was alive, why, no one would have ever believed what goes on down here.
Mortals must have had their stories, though, about what happens to them once they die and once they end up in this place.
Well, they had their stories, definitely so. They fear your father, understandably. They also fear your dog. But most of them know precious little else. Even their fears, I think, are born of ignorance, as most fears tend to be.
One of these days, I'm probably going to just read through all of the codex entries. It'll probably be a pretty boring episode, so I'll make sure it's clear that's what the episode's going to be, but I will do that eventually, because I personally enjoy reading the codexes, and I know Kiwi does like the lore as well. So it'll be something we both enjoy, even if it's not for everyone.
You voided the contract with our court musician. Used your own authority against me.
So what if I did? Just gives him a bit of a break from time to time. He's still your court musician, isn't he?
He is. And he knows better than to undermine me, I think. Though I suppose the Queen would take your side that he has paid his dues in full by now.
He has.
He has.
Excellent work, Cerberus.
He has, and she would. Alright. I'm burning through nectar pretty quickly, but I really don't seem to need these keys for much else, so I'll bump myself up to 10.
Please take these, will you, Chef?
And I'm sure this is going to give me a couple more too, right? Yep, 2 nectar, 3 keys, and 40 gems.
Then.
Cool.
I think I understand now, Nyx. You've been here longer than the rest of us combined. You've seen this house go through a lot. Even before Lord Hades took his place. I never should have doubted you.
To doubt is an important instinct, Megara. Without it, we could not conceive of better circumstances than the ones we know. Besides, I am the knight. Others shall always doubt me. You may doubt me again. I ask only that you heed well your intuitions from now on.
I will. I promise, Nyx. And if there's anything you ever need that I can do, well, please, just ask of me.
I do know where to find you, Megara.
I will always find you in the night. Oh, there's Dusa. I wonder what that conversation was about. Like, what did Megara doubt about Nyx? I assume it's not the interactions that she's been having with Dusa, but maybe it is. I don't think that's what it was about. Oh, what have you got to say? No parent should outlive their child. Glad I didn't. Cause of death, infection.
Zagreus, I wanted to talk some more if you're available. I mean, if you're free. I mean, if you have time to right now. Is that okay?
Totally okay, Dusa.
Of course, Dusa. Where should we chat? The lounge, or maybe somewhere more private?
Go on.
Somewhere more private, please, if that's okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Alright, I'm gonna stop that now. Garbon, get out of here.
Zagreus, so ever since you told me you had feelings for me, it's been like my whole mind is on fire. I haven't been able to think straight or get anything done. It's all been so much.
I'm sorry, Dusa. I put a lot on you, and maybe I shouldn't have since I'm the prince and everything, as you point out, and Sometimes I forget myself. I'd never pressure you, it's just... I thought you had these feelings for me too.
I do have feelings for you, silly. That's what I've been trying to tell you. It's just... It's just
what? Whatever it is, it's okay. You can be yourself with me, Dusa, I promise.
I'm going to assume this is either going to be her, like, casting doubt on herself and questioning her worth, or pressure she's getting from Nyx. But let's see what it gives us.
I'm glad you put it that way. I'm not looking for an intimate relationship. You're the kindest soul in this whole house, and I have learned so much from you, but when I really think about my feelings, I'm just not attracted to you in that way. I'm sorry. You're a really nice guy.
Oh, okay. Completely third option, and I'm happy for it, because, like, you never really get to see this that often in games. It's usually you romance the person and they requiesce, or... That's the right way to say that. They reciprocate. That's what I'm trying to say. They reciprocate, and I like this. It is so rare that when you, like, have an interaction with another character for a romantic throughput, you get turned down, and I respect the decision on that. That's really cool.
Oh, look, there's nothing to apologize for, not at all. In fact, all this is a relief. I've learned a lot from you too, and I cherish our friendship for what it is. Do you think that we could still be friends? Or is it better that you didn't see me anymore?
Don't say that! Though, I was going to ask you the same thing. I'd really like it if you'd be my friend. Though, my career comes first, so I don't want you doing any special favors. Promise me? I need to see how far I can get on my own.
I respect that so much, and yes, I promise, Dusa. So, well then, friends? For all eternity?
Yes, friends. For all eternity. Now, I had better go. See you, okay?
Bye, Dusa.
Okay. Huh. Bond forged with Dusa. I like her little pin. It's really cute. But you know what? I know I keep saying this, but I genuinely love and respect Supergiant Games' writing. Oh shoot, we missed our chance to talk to Persephone because of that. Oh well, maybe she's in a different spot. Yeah, there she is. Okay, good.
That Dusa sure has quite the uplifting presence around here, doesn't she, Zagreus? Sometimes I see you chatting and it warms my heart.
Aww.
She does. She's great, Mother.
It's sweet. All I'm going to say is I'm really happy with that outcome. It may not be like the movie or like story ending that you want, but I think it was like the most respectful way to appreciate both characters and who they are in relationship to each other.
I had this awful contraband I wanted to turn in as soon as possible, if you don't mind taking it from me, Meg.
You still have no idea how to be upfront with me, do you, Zag? Why don't you tell me why you're here and what you want?
So the whole contraband thing, you aren't buying it, I guess. Although I see you took the bottle there now anyway. I wanted just to talk to you and patch things up, maybe.
Patch things up? What is it, by your estimation, that could use repairs between the two of us?
I was naive. I tried not to get too close, but then I did and said a lot of stupid things, and then... Well, we've since tried to kill each other lots of times, there's that. Look, I'm sorry, Meg.
You said a lot of stupid things, all right. And we Furies, we're not much for forgiveness or apologies. But I can see you're making an attempt. Now thank you for the contraband. Goodbye.
I do wonder what he actually said.
Bye.
We may actually find that out if we read the codex, but like I said, I'm going to save the codex for when it's fully filled. I'll just have like a dedicated codex reading episode. I really should have listened to Mother. Cause of death, impalement. Did Mom warn you about being impaled? That's a pretty good warning. Moms know best. Alright, Skelly.
Skelly, I'm serious. You really won't tell me anything about you. You're just going to leave me to speculate forever. Yep.
I think he'll tell us something eventually. Might just have to wait till Hades 2. Not gonna say why. Anyway, Kiwi, what a fun episode between Dusa's character development and a really kind of off the walls run. I hope you've enjoyed watching, and if you're awake, I hope this is helping you fall asleep. If you're asleep, I hope you are sleeping well.
Oops, gotta go.
I love you, and I will see you in the next one. We're gonna be running the spear next time.